Hare Krishna. Today is the rarest day of the year when the Supreme Lord Krishna decides to descend in this world for the supreme auspiciousness of all the millions and millions of living entities. On this day, what to speak of the people of the world, even all the demigods, they all are blissfully situated and everybody is showering flowers. The Prakriti is flourishing with her greenery and flowers and fruits and gifts and offerings. So, when the Supreme Lord, who always resides in the spiritual abode of Goloka, served by hundreds and thousands of his very, very dear servitors, pure devotees, nevertheless, he descends in this world. Why he descends? Because his pure devotees in the spiritual world feel compassion for jivas like us. So they show the Lord, look at these jivas, how they are burning in the fire of material existence. How can they be separated from you? How they can continue suffering like this? Please give me an opportunity, let me go and reclaim them and bring them back to you. Saying like this, the pure devotees descend from the spiritual world to the material world. All the acharyas and like Srila Prabhupada and other acharyas. When they come in this world and preach Krishna consciousness, suddenly they feel a great separation from the Lord. Oh my Lord, I have left your company and come here. Kunti Maharani is telling in the Srimad Bhagavatam, my dear Lord, now that you are leaving us in Hastinapur and then going to Dwaraka, your separation is like a thunderbolt, she is telling. And the Pandavas said, your separation from us is like, a fish has to live without water. So, devotees cannot be separated from the Lord even for a moment. Just think about it. The Pandavas have just won the battle. They are going to be king of the whole world. Kunti could have easily told Krishna, okay Krishna, please have a nice journey. Go back to Dwaraka, relax. Now the war is over. Now anyway we are going to rule the world. Now we will be very busy arranging for ruling the world. She didn't say that. No. She said, without you, all the opulences of the kingdom are null and void for us. We cannot exist even for a moment without you. It's like a thunderbolt falling from the sky. She said. So, for the common people, Krishna's appearance is like an occasional festival which comes once in a year. Just like when you get sick, you go to the doctor once in a while. But a healthy person, for him, being with Krishna is like a daily dose of Mahaprasad. Very happily he will take a plate of Mahaprasad, not an occasional dose of a medicine. So, when the pure devotees come in this world, although they are happy to deliver the fallen souls and reclaim them and take them back to Godhead, they feel great separation from the Lord. So that is why Lord also not able to tolerate his separation from his pure devotees, he descends in this world. Kunti Maharani is telling, he is Aja, Ajastvam Asya Kshemaya, Vadayata Swaradvisha. Kechidahu Rajam Jatam, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye. She's telling, although Krishna is unborn, he doesn't have to descend in this world, still he comes. Kechidahu Rajam Jatam, Punya Shlokasya Kirtaye, Yado Priyasyan Babaye, Malayasye Vachandanam. Apare Vasudevasya Devakyam Yachitobhyagat Ajastvam Asya Kshemaya Vadaya Cha Suradvisham Bharavataranaanyandye Bhunava Ivodadau Sidantya Bhuri Bharena. She's telling that the earth sometimes becomes filled with mischievous and vicious living entities who are uninterested in God, and they create a havoc and wars as it is going on at the moment. There are wars going on in Hamas and Israel. There are wars going on in Ukraine and Russia. And there are terrible problems in Bangladesh. There are problems even in UK and Ireland and many other places where they don't want any refugees. There is a big uproar amongst the youth. And some people say allow them, some people say don't allow them. There's a big chaos. And everywhere there is a lot of turmoil all across the globe now. And all this is because of the living entities having turned away from the Lord trying to create a paradise without the Lord. Like Ravana wanted to create a Lanka without, a golden Lanka without the Lord. He just wanted to bring the goddess of fortune to enjoy for himself. So, in such a burning material existence, the visit of the pure devotees and the visit of the Lord is the greatest blessing to this world. If they don't come and reveal the Lord's beauty, His pastimes, His activities in the spiritual world, how nectarian they are, we would be bereft of the association of Lord and pure devotees. So this world is compared to a forest. But even in this forest, Lord descends and turns this ordinary forest into Vrindavan forest. And He performs beautiful pastimes. Therefore, Kunti, although she gave many reasons why the Lord descends, lastly, the most important reason she said, Shravana Smaranarhani Karishaniti Kechana Bhavesmin Klishyamananam Avidya Kama Karma Bihi Shravana Smaranarhani Karishaniti Kechana. She's telling that in this world, klesha means suffering. Everybody is suffering in this world because of avidya or ignorance. By that ignorance, they are doing they have kama, material desires. Karma, they are engaging in activities pushed by those materialistic desires, and they suffer like anything. And what is the healing balm for those sufferings? She's saying Shravana Smarana Khani. Seeing your pastimes, hearing your pastimes, engaging in chanting your holy name, celebrating festivals, remembering you and reminding others of you. In this way, she's telling, even in the material world, we can live blissfully in that remembrance. And not only as an occasional once-in-a-year festival, but living our every moment after moment in connection with Krishna through the chanting of the holy name and hearing of the holy fame. In this way, she says, the jiva can attain his greatest good fortune, his life. Therefore, she is telling, who can see the lotus feet of the Lord at every moment? Shrinvanti gayanti grinanti abhikshnashaha smaranti nandanti tavehitam jana tayeva pashyanta chirena tavakam bhava pravaho paramam padambujam. She is telling, those who always hear about Krishna, the chanting of the holy name and hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam. Gayanti, those who always keep glorifying those pastimes. And those who are always delighting in seeing others also taking to devotional service. They will always remain above the waves of, battering waves of the material existence based on the three gunas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. In this world, all the gunas are slapping all the living beings and burning them. But we can always stay above. So on this particular auspicious day, Krishna is descending here, midnight today, welcomed by all the demigods, from Lord Shiva down to the smallest of the creatures, everybody. Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Maruta, Stunvanti Divyasthavai. He is glorified and showered with flowers and offered poetry and welcome and offered with varieties of gifts by all the demigods, sages, saints, Vaishnavas across not only the globe, across the entire universe. The whole material nature aligns and organizes herself to welcome him. And we are also taking part in the same festival in our own small way, as much as we can. So on this auspicious day today, you can do many things. Some of you may have already a service allotted to you. You can join that particular department and go and render service there. If you don't have a service, you can go and ask the seniors for service. There is abundant service available today. There are so many stalls being opened, and many, many devotees want help in setting up the stalls. There are so many visitors coming. For many people, today may be the first day of their Krishna consciousness. They may be visiting temple to this Lord's birthday today. Let us go and wish him, and they will get connected when they come to temple. And how will they get connected? By you only. You only have to connect them when they come to temple. So be available to welcome and greet the newcomers and give them the gift of Krishna today. You will do the greatest favor for them. And they have been wandering in the material world for millions of years. And you can be an instrument in connecting them. You can give a Prabhupada's book to them. You can introduce them to Krishna consciousness, or render some service in various departments. And if somebody tells you there is no service, you can take a bead bag and sit, and you can chant more rounds. You can take the Krishna book and read with a group of your friends. But the success of Janmashtami is you don't waste one moment of today in any prajalpa, useless activities or frivolous activities. But you completely do it as an offering to Krishna, as a yajna. Today, from the time morning to midnight, if you do that, you will also make progress and you will help others also to make progress. So, on special days like today, in many of the Puranas and Upanishads, many of them, they're all glorifying the day today as such a supreme day. I was yesterday seeing one quote in Brahma Vaivarta Puran. It says, those who fast today and those who are absorbed in Krishna consciousness fully, they get benefit of 20 crore Ekadashis. Can you imagine? It is not 20 or 20,000, it is 20 crore Ekadashis. That much benefit is there in this one day, because Lord is in a very happy mood and He's liberally going to release benedictions to anybody and everybody who comes to Him today. So let us chant the holy name with fervent devotion and dependence and affection and sincerity at His lotus feet, and beg Him to purify our hearts, uplift us from the ocean of Kali Yuga, and make us purer and purer, so that our hearts and lives will be offerable at His lotus feet. Thanks to Srila Prabhupada for giving us a clarity of understanding about Krishna. Otherwise, we were all thinking we knew Krishna, we never knew Krishna before. So it is because of Srila Prabhupada's books and lectures and his very vigorous preaching across the globe, we are sitting comfortably and glorifying Krishna now. So for his pleasure, let us take some steps, especially today, to reach out to the hundreds and thousands of people who are going to come for darshan of the Lord, and do some greatest favor to them, the spiritual favor of gifting them Krishna to them. Harinam Prabhu ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances and to all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who are just like the eight trees or ocean of mercy, full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Vaishnava Thakur Srila Prabhupada ki, Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki.